What's going on, guys? King Tragic back in the video on the channel, and today we made some nice chicken fried rice. Had to use the leftovers. I had the Chinese rice yesterday from the Leon's Kitchen video I did with Sam, and they gave us like 18 rices. I'm like, okay, what am I gonna do with this? So I figured I'd just bring up some fried rice real quick. Had some chicken. You saw the process. I just want to eat this, but I also have reviews. If you don't know, Lay's did a collab. Technically not really a collab since they're all made by Frito-Lay, but they did a bunch of different chips using seasoning from, you see them in front of you. I don't even know why I'm rambling on about this stuff. So I'm gonna start with these. These are the Lay's Doritos Cool Ranch. These are all found in Dollar General. Now, I already got rid of like 90% of the bag because I love Cool Ranch Doritos. And I know I'm gonna eat all these. So, I pour them out into like Ziploc bags and I give them to my family beforehand. You probably know that already. I say it in a lot of my videos, but let's dig into these real quick. Let's find ourselves a winner. I don't have like many expectations for these. I can't see them being bad because like they're using the same seasoning as, of course, I didn't leave myself like intact chips, bro. Okay. Yeah, that's an L. I didn't leave myself like any intact chip. I kind of just poured it out. So it don't matter. Like it is what it is. Look. Whatever, look at the crumbs. Doritos Cool Ranch Lay's potato chips. They're just regular Lay's potato chips with Cool Ranch seasoning. I know they're gonna be good. Yeah, I mean it's the same seasoning. You definitely can taste that right away. They are good though. I don't know why, but I feel weird eating them. Now hear me out. I love Cool Ranch Doritos, but I feel like the chip makes the Dorito too, and just to have them on the Lay's chip, I can't believe I did this. That's such an L. Look at these little sad ass chips. They don't come like this. I swear they come regular chips, but yeah, they're good. I just prefer a Dorito, and I think that's the issue I'm gonna have with all of these chips. The seasoning is on point. There's a lot of it on here. If I closed my eyes and didn't tell me, I think I was eating Doritos Cool Ranch. I just wish it was on a regular Dorito. So I couldn't see myself buying these again just for that reason. If you prefer like a Lay's potato chip over like the tortilla chip Dorito, you'll absolutely love these because they taste just like them. Not really much to say about these like that, other than I'm gonna drop half of them. Yeah, very good though. Like maybe if you're eating a sandwich, I'd rather have a Dorito. I love Doritos. You also don't have the crazy amount of bold flavor that a Dorito has. Nonetheless, still a nice novelty. You can see I can't stop eating them. That's why I knew I had to give them away. Yeah, definitely dope. Go away. I'm gonna eat all of these. Second up, Funyuns. Also, one of my favorite chips. Now these are on the wavy, so I'm expecting a little more like goodness from these. Of course, I poured these out in haste. There it is. Yeah. Definitely get that Funyun taste, that same dusting that's on the Funyuns. I taste it right away. I feel like wavy chips, ridges hold flavor better. So, I'm getting the flavor. And it's still the same thing for me. I just feel like I would prefer to just get a bag of Funyuns than eat these chips. But wavy always holds better. Ridges are like major keys for this kind of stuff. Look, I don't have a lot to say about these. I'm not gonna sit here and lie to you. You know what Funyuns taste like. It's the same seasoning. And they're on Lay's chips, which are good chips. But, again, still prefer the OG. But you won't dislike them. At least to me. I'm sure there's somebody out there who's like, I think that the whatever, but it tastes like Funyun seasoning on a Lay's potato chip to me. I feel like people overthink this junk food stuff. I always catch these. And this is what I'm more curious about, because this is a stupid review if you ask me. I'm serious. I'll be honest with you. But anything new, we gotta do it. If you didn't like these chips, can you tell me why? I know someone out there tried them, and I know there's a lot of people like my taste buds aren't like the best taste buds in the world. They're just mine. Can you tell me why you didn't like them? My only gripes are the seasoning isn't as strong as it was on the regular chip, and I prefer the regular Funyuns over putting Funyun seasoning on a chip. But if you like Funyuns, I couldn't see somebody being like, oh, these are disgusting. You know what I mean? Like, it's not too crazy off the beaten path. Now, if you just told me these are like flaming hot Funyun Cheeto, like something crazy, now we got something to work with. I still like them. Last but not least, I'm flying through these because they're Cheetos Lay's potato chips. Again, this is on the OG, so just a regular Lay's potato chip. I have a lot more intact chips here because nobody wanted these. I swear to God, nobody wanted them. When I said you want the Cheetos, they're like, no, just give me the Funyuns. I was like, all right, bro. All right, so bad. Orange tint to them. Smells like a Cheeto. This is probably going to be the weirdest thing I've ever said. The texture of the chip combined with the Cheeto seasoning. 100% unequivocally Cheetos seasoning. It's like nailed. Like, it's the same seasoning. I hope they nailed it. Because of the texture of the chip, it reminds me of a puffed Cheeto. And if you're new to the channel, you might not know this. If you don't. If you are new, hi, what's up, by the way. Normally, reviews are better than this, but these just don't move me. But the texture reminds me of a puffed Cheeto. If you don't, I don't like puffed Cheetos. I know it's a weird thing. I only like crunchy Cheetos. I don't eat like puffed cheese curls. Like, I always am team crunchy. And because the chip is so, the seasoning's on point though. So it's still good. And will I eat puffed Cheetos if they're in front of me? Yeah, but I'll never pick them. I will always pick crunchy. Cheetos dropped a flaming hot Cheetos brand with puffed. I still haven't eaten them, so I don't care. I like crunchy. To me, Cheetos are all about the crunch. And these chips are just that regular potato, so they're like soft like that, you know what I mean? They're still good, but my least favorite of the three. Again, I would rather eat Cheetos. You get like seasonings on point, limited flavor, love the novelty. I feel like just you know, that's how I feel. Like I'd rather have regular Cheetos. So I'm gonna put these away. I think they're cool to try once, but if you're a fan of like any of these chips, just get the regular chip. It's not like too much of a deviation for it to move me. I'm still eating chips. And OG Cheetos are like, come on now. Okay, this is gonna be a quick one. I didn't make a lot of food. This weekend, obviously, we did the podcast, not the podcast, but the, the unfiltered. We did it yesterday after recording it for the second time because I was too stupid to actually press record the first time. So, yeah. The cat's out of the bag. I'm really dumb, and I feel dumb for doing that because I can't believe that we did an entire episode and that red light was not on the whole time. When I tell y'all... Anyway, let me get into this real quick. Fry this rice up real quick. Leftovers, rolling on a budget. Now wait up. I love the flavor of sesame oil in fried rice. I don't know, it's become my thing. Sometimes I want to add extra. And I put the chicken in the air fryer because I wanted the chicken to be a little bit crispy. And that was because over the weekend I had a Dominican fried chicken episode. If you haven't saw it, check out the highest rated tab. It's the last one on there. And I was putting like the pieces of the fried chicken in my rice and eating it. And I forgot how much I used to love that. So I wanted to kind of like crisp it up a little bit. Also just got some green beans. They're just steamed. Sea salt, pepper. That's it. I just need a little more vegetables. But no one cares about vegetables. Let's keep it a buck. I also fell asleep in my recliner. I don't know, it's been a long weekend. I'm a little tired. So right now it's actually like 4:30 in the morning. But don't tell nobody. Normally it's like 3 for me when I eat. But I don't know. I wanted to make this rice. It's just something good to do with like leftovers and stuff. That's no. No, I need a little of that liquid gold. A little bit. Got the white truffle this time. I think this is my favorite one. It's white truffle. They're just a little different of a taste. I'm not gonna go too crazy with this because I've had a lot of spicy food over the weekend. Chinese food yesterday, spicy green beans, spicy shrimp. I'm not trying to trip. It just adds a little. You ever been so tired and you fall asleep and you wake up and you're still tired somehow? That wasn't Vin Diesel, that time it was a truck. I've always been weird like that. I work better on no sleep. And the more I sleep, the more tired I am. I feel like I almost be jealous of people who like get to like 8 hours. People sometimes sleep like 8 hours, or like some people sleep like 9 hours. I get 4 at the most. And if I sleep more than that, I'm like. And I know people are like, oh, you know, it's not good for you. I appreciate your health concerns, but listen, it is what it is. I haven't been sleep. I've never slept, and I know a lot of people talk about how important sleep is, and I completely agree with you. But I can't force myself to sleep longer. When I was younger, my mom got me one of those like, you know, like those machines that plays like white noise. Nothing. I've tried sleeping with, and I know people who want to try melatonin. Look, I don't really like sleep. I wish I could do it though. Sleep is like, it's like salad for me. Like I want it, but I just can't do it. Like I want to eat salad so bad. I know it has great benefits. You need a lot more volume food, right? It even looks good when I see it. And I can't do it. This is also just water. You can see right here. Just straight water today. Anytime I have like like Asian Chinese food, things like that, there's a lot of salt in it. So I always have a little more water than normal. That's good, man. Recording the second time messed me up. I'm so used to having a certain schedule that me doing that podcast yesterday, I keep calling it a podcast because that's kind of like where it started. It kind of is like a podcast, like a video podcast. I don't know what the hell you want to call it, whatever. That was the first one I've ever done, like, not going out. Normally, when those are recorded, there's every truck in the air. I swear, bro. I'm just gonna leave it in. Y'all good. Normally, every episode we've recorded, even when we did it before 2020 happened, we did it after we went out. So, you're in a whole different mood. It was weird to run that one back and be like, wow, I was really just like all there. Still don't have a filter. Still, there's always one person, like in every one that I've done so far, where someone gets like really offended by something I say. And like, I be reading the comments and I'm just like, wow. Like someone, it was 2 weeks ago, someone called me like mad ignorant because I said like, what is the criteria for why one person gets child support over the other person? It was a genuine question. And I think I'm like, there's always one person where it like hits close to home and they get pissed off. And I guess I can understand that. But I've never come from a position of like, you know, ignorance or not liking someone or whatever. Like yesterday, same idea. I talked about all the different kinds of foods I've eaten. Stuff that I've gotten so much better. And that's kind of where it came from. I was talking to Sam in the video. And we started out talking about how he was surprised at the amount of vegetables I eat now. Because as a kid, I couldn't eat any vegetables. Like, I didn't eat any vegetables. I still don't eat fruit. I know, it's not good for you. Like, what the hell do you want me to do? I don't like it. But I'm trying to expand, you know, it was about like maybe a week or two ago that I ate, like a tomato on a chicken sandwich. That's unheard of for me. That's my first time in my life I've ever done that. I swear. So, a lot of times, I can think of a lot of different instances, a lot of food where something happened as a kid where it like turned me off from like whatever kind of food it was. So I said that in the video where I had an incident with Indian food when I was a kid and I haven't eaten it since. I didn't say I didn't like it. I didn't say I didn't like Indian people. I didn't say anything. But someone got pissed off and was like, you know, hey, like, you need to hear this from me because I'm younger than you. And what I was like, what the fuck are you even talking about? Like, you took that shit the wrong way. And if you're watching, like, chill the fuck out. Like, I'm sorry that I was, like, offended you because I said that I had an incident with Indian food and you went on this whole tirade even though I said I didn't fucking like chitlins either. Like, or tripe. I'm fucking black. I grew up eating, and people in my family eating chitlins, and I can't eat them because of a fucking incident when my grandmother made them when I was a kid. I'm not dissing your culture. I'm not dissing your food. I'm not dissing. I just said I haven't eaten it since. Didn't say I wasn't going to eat it. Didn't say anything. So when you say that because you're a fifth of the world, like, I understand that and I respect that, but I'm fucking black and I'm talking about black people food that I can't eat. So I'm not like saying, like, what are you telling me, bro? Like, this is why a lot of times, and I wrote something back, but this is why a lot of times, like, I just keep my fucking mouth shut. Because I'm not trying to fucking offend anybody. And I am cursing like crazy right now because I feel like there's a lot of you that kind of don't realize that I am a fucking human being. So, like, I have never said anything derogatory about any race, you know, color, gender, preference, like anything. I'm probably one of the most tolerant people in the world. So when people say shit like I'm ignorant, like, with all due respect, like, fuck you. And that's how I feel about it. If you don't like it, I don't know what to tell you. Like, I'm not gonna sit here and try to prove that I'm not, like I have nothing to prove to you. So if you come off and say that I'm ignorant because I'm having a conversation and stating different things, like, I equally talk and say, like, people say that I'm saying that, you know, like, women are this and that, and I've literally watched videos back where I continually say that men are full of shit too. But all you hear is what you want to hear. So you just want to be fucking mad. I'm sorry that somebody said something about your shit when you were whatever, but that's not my fault. I'm literally talking about my grandmother not liking chitlins because of what my own grandmother did. But you're gonna say that like I'm what? You're disappointed in me? You think my fucking grandmother was disappointed in me because I didn't eat her chitlins? Then you even brought it up in the damn comment. Now, I know there's people watching like, oh yeah, he's triggered. You're fucking right I am. Because I'm a fucking person. And a lot of you people talk to me like I'm not a goddamn person. Like, I am not, like there's just a disconnect sometimes. And I love social media and I love the internet and love making content. But I do feel like a lot of times people forget that people who make content, like, there's an actual person. When I turn the camera off, like, I'm still like doing human being shit. And sometimes people forget that. So people are like, oh, just ignore it. Like, how do you want me to ignore it if I'm the type of person that wants to interact with you? I can't just shut off bad comments. That's not how it works. If you want me to be like one of those people who post a video and that never says anything to anybody, like, I can't be that. So, if I offended you, like, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to. But I feel like a lot of times when I do episodes like that, people only take like little like fucking nitpicky shit out of things, and then they like have this whole comment where they're like telling me all this shit about me. Like, nah. That I'm cool with that. I'm a lot of things. I'm not perfect, but ignorant or discriminatory is two of the last things that I ever have or ever will be. As a person who has actually been discriminated against, like, I would never do it to somebody else. And I have every intention in the world of trying every kind of food, including Indian. I just said I never tried it because of what happened when I was a kid. That is all I said. If you want to twist what the fuck I said around in order to fit some sort of fucking agenda, I don't want to tell you. Like, I really don't. Yes, bad incidents with things can turn you off from something and make you not want to eat it. I didn't say all Indian food smelled. I said that kid with the Ninja Turtle Vans Indian food smelled. Him. That food. I didn't drink milk for 3 years once because there was a spoiled gallon of milk in my fridge and I drank it. Does that mean I don't like milk? Or does that mean that fucking milk turned my stomach so much that I didn't want it after that? So, don't twist my shit around. That's all I gotta say about that. Anyway, how's everybody's night? I had to say it, man. I feel like sometimes, and this is the truth, like, I'm friends with a lot of different people who make content, and not just food-related content. Gaming content. Content about movies and things like that, where I read some of the things that some other people have to listen to and go through. And the people that I talk to, like, they're good people, man. Like, they're just minding their own business. And I feel like there's such a thing where people feel like because someone's on the internet, that like, they signed up to be dehumanized. Like, that is true to an extent, but I just don't know why people think that it's okay to do so. Like, they talk to you as if you're not a person. Like, every single person you watch on television, on YouTube, I don't care who it is. I don't care if it's the lady at IKEA. Like, you don't know what people are going through, bro. And that's why I try not to be rude to anybody, because I'm very aware of the fact that people have issues. And I'm not saying, like, everybody's going through stuff, and you don't know what people are going through. I've said this before. I was filming for an entire month, and I didn't say anything in any of these videos, and my mother was literally in the hospital, and I wasn't sure if I was ever going to see her again. Couldn't visit her. Everybody knows the whole thing that happened last year with that stuff. And meanwhile, there's people on here telling me, like, you know, like, to go F myself, and I'm just like, damn. And I'm not telling you, oh, like, pill bad for me. That's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is, whether it's me or the person standing in front of you at the supermarket, like, just be kind, bro. Like, just be kind. Because you really don't know what people go through, bro. Like, you really don't. You don't know if the next thing you say to somebody might be a reason to push them over the edge or bring them back from it. And which one would you rather be? And in this day and age, the internet, you know, people can hide behind their phone screens and all that other stuff. I'm hip to the fact that most of those people have their own issues. That's why I'm not, like, rude. But at the same time, like, just because you're hurt as a person doesn't give you the right to try to hurt other people. One of the truest things I've ever been told, and I still live by it, is I feel like only hurt people try to hurt people. I've never met a happy person that goes out and slanders someone else or trolls people or messes with them. That's not what happy people do. And at the end of the day, if you're watching this and you're one of those people who get on the internet and become like a keyboard warrior and stuff, like, I mean this sincerely. I hope it gets better for you because I know why you're doing it. Like, it's not going to make you feel better. And until you get to the root problem, whatever your issue is, like, you're not going to be happy. I don't live a perfect life. I'm not a perfect person. I make mistakes. I'll be the first person to admit that. Like, I'm not anybody. I'm always learning new things every day and trying to better myself and be less of a screw up. I've matured a lot. Because if this was 10 years ago, like, I got in tons of fights. I have the scars to prove it. Like, I was an angry kid. I get it. I'm being real. Like, I get it. I used to be mad at the world and feel like the world owed me something. And people manifest that in different ways. Me, I put on shoulder pads and hit people, or I got in fights. Some people, it makes them better to hop on the internet and go find, you know, whether it's Kylie Jenner or some person that just posts a picture of themselves. I've seen things that just make me sick to my stomach, bro. I'm being so real about this. I've seen men and women post pictures of their weight loss journey, and someone be like, you still look like shit. Like, what's wrong with you? Why? Someone's out there doing something, trying to better themselves, and feeling better about themselves, and here you come to try to fucking rain on their parade. Like, I just don't get it. I don't get it. I've seen things on TikTok where there's been, you know, women who are plus size. I hate that fucking term anyway, because first of all, like, y'all ain't plus size. Y'all beautiful. Fuck that plus size shit. Like, everybody, like, accept your body and down. But the whole thing is, you know, I see a woman who's considered plus size by society. I hate that shit. In a bikini. And then dudes in the comments being like, you need a treadmill. Like, you need it. Like, what? Bro, that kind of shit bothers me. And the thing about it, I've always noticed, it's always the private profile. It's always the person, if it's YouTube, it's the person with just a letter, right? Their name is just a letter. If it's Instagram, then it's a silhouette. If it's Twitter, it's a freaking egg. If it's TikTok, it's that stupid silhouette again. Like user 765.17, right? Until someone finds it and turns it back on you, and then you delete your profile. Or you, like, delete the post. And we just live in a society where people, like, would rather be negative to get attention than, like, anything. I don't get it. I don't. I know people do that to me on purpose. I know people say negative things to me on purpose because they want to get a reaction out of me, and then they feel like I'll pay more attention to that. You understand how toxic that is in your mind? That you would rather me get triggered to get someone's attention? So, you would rather ruin my day by saying something that would trigger me. So does that make you feel better? Like, I don't get it, bro. And they do that. I see it all day. And people, I don't care who it is. I've seen Khloe Kardashian clap back at people. Cardi B clap back at people. Oh, well, you're rich. They're still fucking people. Cardi B is a human being. Khloe Kardashian is a human being. And people always make comments about, oh, well, she changed her face. You know why she changed her face? Because there was fucking 800,000 people telling her she was ugly as sister every goddamn day. You know what that does to a person mentally? That's what people don't understand. She's a fucking human, bro. Like, Like, keep your... I'm not going to sit here and say that I don't have negative thoughts about shit. I see shit on the internet every day that I'm like, yes, but I'm not going to tell someone that so that it ruins their day or makes them get self-conscious about something. What, do you think I don't think people in the world are ugly? You know the people in the world I think are ugly? People that hide behind social media and that kind of shit. That's the ugly shit to me. But I just feel like sometimes I just gotta I gotta say shit, bro. And people, oh, well, he's triggered by this shit. Yes, I fucking am triggered by it. Because at the end of the day, every person watching this, myself included, we're human, we have feelings, and why would you want them hurt? And the only reason that you're trying to hurt people is because you're hurting. So fucking do something about being hurting, because you doing this shit, it's never gonna make it better for you, bro. Or lady, ma'am. On TikTok, people try to say the craziest shit so that the person responds to that comment with a brand new post. Like, these are humans. For real. That's why most people that do social media, they end up taking a break from this shit because it becomes too much. Because people forget that they're human, bro. Like, I get it. Like, some people, like Kanye West, might live a life that you want to live, or Khloe lives a life that you want to live, or so on. I get it. Like, shit, I wish I had some of their bank accounts. But I'd rather, like, try to go grind to get my own instead of trying to tear them down to make me feel better. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't get that mentality. And it like, it makes me sad as, like, for, like, humanity. And, like, I just think people don't realize how different the world was before all this social media shit popped off. Like, it was so different. Like, social media has changed the world for the better and definitely for the worse. Like, everybody feels like they have to keep up this impossible standard. Women feel like they have to, you know, be like the size 0 and fucking no stretch marks and fake boobs and a giant ass that they paid for. And you got like thousands of women flying down to Miami every day for fucking BBLs and shit. And dudes fucking fixing their hairlines and fucking, you know, doing all this stupid bro science shit because they gotta be jacked because some dude that's, you know, on fucking every steroid known to man and doesn't tell you, fucking tells you that you have to like do this dumb shit so that you do it and so on, bro. Like, every dude that's under 5'10" feels like they're inadequate because women are constantly telling dudes that they're short and they're not enough because they're short. Or women that get told that they're fat so by some dickhead who is probably fat himself with a fucking 3-inch penis and like, I just don't know what it's become, bro. Like, when did all this shit, this highlight reel lifestyle become a thing? Like, you know what I mean? Like, humans have bad days and good days. That's the fucking real thing. And people just don't want to believe that shit. But I can say this with the utmost confidence, and I've said it 7 times in this video. I'm gonna say it one more time. And it's not even about me. Like, I'll clap back sometimes because I'm fucking human, and at the end of the day, like, my life it's not gonna change. Like, I'm gonna be here tomorrow. But I mean this. Tearing somebody down to build yourself up is the most beta bullshit that a human being could do. And you need to really fix that shit if you're one of those people that do it. If you're one of those people who sabotage people's relationships or talk shit about somebody that you don't know or troll people on the internet or any of that shit, like, I know you're not fucking happy, but like, whatever it is that you feel that you're missing, like, that's not gonna fix it. It's a temporary fix and it won't go away. It's like the person who's looking for love and just keeps going on dates every goddamn day. Like, you'll feel good, then you'll go home and you'll fucking cry. And then you'll go on another date and you'll go home and you cry. And you just keep doing that shit because you're not fixing the problem. Like, fix the problem. This is real advice I'm giving you. It's not a rant. This is, like, fix the problem. I don't know what your problem is, but I promise you that if you actively channeled your beta horseshit energy, like, that way, like, it would fucking get better. It's not gonna get better by, like, talking shit and be like, oh shit, I just pissed off Kylie Jenner today because I told her that her lips look stupid. Like, you ever read the story? And I'm gonna get out of here before I say it, but did you ever read? I read an article. Did you know why Kylie Jenner started doing all that shit to her lips? This is what people don't realize. This is people's words fucking hurt. Kylie Jenner did that shit because she kissed a boy once and he said that her, like, it was, like, not, like, you know, basically that it was not up to par. She became so self-conscious about it that she started doing all of that shit. Khloe Kardashian came out and said the reason that she got all those plastic surgeries is because she has 2 other sisters that are obviously very attractive women, and she always was called in every social media blog, every one of those people, that she was the ugliest sister. So she felt extremely self-conscious about it. She had the means and now the will to do it, so she did. And that's what people do. Like, people don't realize that you talk all this shit about people and you laugh at them until shit gets out of hand, and then you're like, oh fuck, I messed up. Like, people clown Michael Jackson for God knows how long, and then he passed away and all his albums were #1. People laughed at DMX all those years because he was, you know, in and out of, like, all the shit he was going through. And then he passed away, and all I saw were people throwing up X's. And Britney Spears, people laughed at for years because she had a mental breakdown with the Kevin Federline shit. And now it's Free Britney. But half of the people who were, like, screaming Free Britney, like Perez fucking Hilton, for years were saying shit like, oh, Britney Spears is this and that and the third. And now he wants to apologize. And that's the fucking world we live in. Like, stop saying shit about people and then trying to fix it once they're all fucked up in the head because you're an asshole. Just, in short, like, be fucking good people, you know, like, treat people the way you would want to be treated, you know, seriously. Like, before you hit that send button on the internet, like, ask yourself, is this something that's really going to change and make your shit better? Because if it doesn't, like, don't send it. And we're all human. We'll mess up. I mess up. Sometimes I clap back at people and I'm like, damn, I shouldn't have really said that. I've told people in the comments that they can S my D. You can probably find it. It's on there somewhere. Yep. Stop being wrong. I just wake up, y'all say some dumb shit, I'm finna clap back. I'm a human. But it is what it is. We move. I still love y'all. We back. That was a good one, man. I had to get it up. Say it with your chest. Anyway, we'll be back tomorrow. I love y'all. The hand signs, they made it to YouTube.